What's on, where, and when. It's the Talk of Nelson. NBS Talk Nelson.
NBS has been supporting us, and that putia, the money that comes into our club, goes into all the things that help our club run. Banking for life, we view that as ka pai ki muri, ka pai ki mua, ka pai ngā mea katoa.
Welcome to Football Focus, episode 16, and welcome back to the Turf Hotel. Big thanks to Stan and the team for their support. Welcome back, Skippy. Thanks very much.
Good to be back, mate. Yep, sorry I was away last week.
Yeah, won't talk about that.
Yep.
So you got the Samoan colours on today?
Yeah, it's only black one I've got, so yeah. I said to you the other week,
Black and blue.
I'm over navy.
He's mixing it up. He's getting a bit over.
Yeah, so got to change it.
He's putting in a petition to change Nelson Sobiev's colours.
Yep.
You know,
just attracts it.
just
Fair enough of the navy.
Yeah, what colour could you be? I don't know.
I don't know, but just mix it up.
Yellow and lilac
just
or
mix
something.
it up. Sky blue tracks it. Get them out. Be fun. Yeah,
I
but
can
nah,
hear Colsey now. We'll never be changing our colours.
no chance. Yeah.
And great to have with us our very special guest, Mark Johnston. Great to have you here, mate.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, excited. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, and I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, actually, because I went back to Davor and said, well, look, it is tradition that we interview the winners of the league, Davor, but we've just interviewed you, so what are we going to do? And then he goes, aha, I've got the man.
Yeah.
And so it's great to finally have you in, mate. First of all, we must say congratulations, because you are the Nelson Pine Division 1 League champions. FC Nelson, well done.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, it wasn't easy for us. Shortened league sort of format with the weather, and very strong team from over the hill there. And yeah, having to beat them in the last game of the season, they needed a draw, and you got their referees involved, and as you know, and everything else. Made for an interesting day, but we got there by goal, which was
and not so long ago. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was rained out, and I remember talking to Davor, and he said, "Look, we've got to go over the hill. We've got people out sick, and a couple of people away, so it's going to be a really tough trip. And to get people actually on the bus in the first place to go to
Get over there."
But the fact that it's come down to the wire, I mean, obviously that rallied the troops because this could have meant a championship. And you've done it before against Rangers, but on their turf, that's not easy. So what was the mindset going into that game? What did you guys talk about?
Oh, we knew if it clicked, we'd probably have a little bit too much for them, so we just need to make sure that we did everything like prep wise, which I'm sure Skip says with his boys in those big cup games as well. It's just about the preparation. The sort of performance takes care of itself. We were lucky as well. We actually stayed the night there, something different for us. So instead of that horrible Whangamoa trip, and getting out and playing, we went over Friday night, and it paid dividends. Like, we were very strong in the first half.
That's a good plan, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think it's massive, and Jono knows himself. We've played for suburbs in the past together, and it's a long day when you're up in the morning and you're traveling and you've got to play. It takes it out of you, and yeah, it's a brilliant idea to go over the day before and have a real focus on the game.
You just can't do that every time you go over there. That's
No,
unfortunate thing.
Bit of an expense, but it's obviously paid off. We live to fight another day, which is cool.
Now, I didn't manage to see the game, so can you take us through, potentially what happened? I know that there was a free kick of note that was involved, but tell us about how the game went.
We probably had the better of the first half, just being, fresh and not having travel. I thought we did really well. We got on top, didn't score, so went into the sheds 0-0 at half time. And the second half, they started really strong. I'm thinking, here we go again. But kind of against the run of play, we got a goal in about the 80th minute.
Oh, 80th.
Yeah, so it was getting on a bit. And then lo and behold, their first attack back, they've got an equaliser. It's hit Goffey in his shin.
Oh, God.
Bounced over our keeper, one of those ones, and you're thinking, you know what, it's just not going to be our day.
Yeah.
And then a pretty innocuous free kick, sort of out by the sideline, 10 yards back from the box. And it helps when you've got Labu Pan in your team. He sort of stepped up and and walloped it, and it was going in top corner, and then one of their players actually headed it into the other top corner. So yeah,
went to clear, but
yeah. So he had to do it because it was flying in, and small margins, and then they had a chance about 6 yards out, last kick of the game, literally, and I've seen our keeper go for it, and the experienced player in me said, "Look, I'm just going to drop back here in case it bobbles and it gets past our keeper." And the guy did. He caught a volley flush, and it hit me in my throat, bounced into our keeper's hand.
Yeah, I heard.
And the ref blown the whistle, and we're like,
"There you go,
football gods on our side today."
How's that?
Yeah, so they are a very strong team, obviously, and very tight game, and nothing in it really. Just real fine margins. It could have gone either way.
Yeah, because they haven't. I mean, on paper, they have traditionally been. Well, it's flipped between FC and Rangers, but certainly last year they were dominant, and all the cards were showing, especially with you'd have to say quite a young FC Nelson team this year. But geez, when I saw you at Guppy Park, the football you were playing, you played them off the park, and perhaps they weren't quite as senior as they have been in the past. They've had some younger guys, geez, a ton of pace. But just the football you guys are playing that David, it's a bit like Bridie. He likes playing football, and also, I was quite impressed against Suburbs, even though you comprehensively beat them in the Chatham Cup. They did put up a bit of a fight in the midfield, didn't they? They weren't slouching, defensively. So
lost a couple of the games, which is good. And I think they play good football. And I think, again, just looking at the scoreline, I don't know if do you think Rangers just were playing for the draw, John, or do you think they had a mindset where they could just see it out?
Yeah, it felt that way in the first half. Like they've got weaponry up front, but myself, Goffey, and a couple of the young lads, Will and Alejandro, we had a pretty easy day. I don't think our keeper touched the ball for 45 minutes.
Right.
But then I think in the second half, they sort of thought, nah, that's not a good strategy. We need to actually go at them. And the game opened up and there was opportunities. So, I don't know I didn't speak to Tor about that part of the game, but it kind of felt that definitely the first half, the draw was enough.
The FC boys in the second half, because then they can play through it.
Well, that's right.
Which is what they're wrong at.
But Davor defensively also, he likes to have good defence, doesn't he? In his game. I mean, look, I don't know, but I remember watching him when he coached Tasman. It was kind of like a sliding defence, which I really like it. Like you shut them down, and so that's what I was impressed about with the young lads. So that frustrated Rangers at that Guppy Park game, but then just the 1-2, the football, and also the young guys who end up being able to finish, were traditionally perhaps they weren't as strong in the finishing. They're now hitting the target and getting the goods. And then when you got Lebu that can ping one outside the box, that helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's handy when you got someone who could probably, if he fancied it, I think he's close to A-League level, not a great player in an A-League team, but he could be in and around a squad. So they have that, and he was in the mood. He got man of the match. It's just a hard day when you're dealing with someone like that.
Yeah, he was up for it. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So now what happens? Now we had already heard, because I spoke to Cherie when we weren't too sure what was happening. Where's the next round? All of a sudden it was going to be a decider, and she said, well, FC will probably have the challenge because if they don't win, they'll get second. They still challenge. So that's when I first found out, because I thought earlier in the season that Rangers were still going to challenge, but financially maybe they had a look at it and went, nah, it's going to be quite tight and expensive. I don't know if that was the decision for them doing it. So you're going to challenge anyway, but you got the right by winning the league as well. So now what happens? Explain to me. There's a playoff before your challenge, is that right?
Cup first. So there's a cup first. There's a local cup. So
yes,
the first round of the cup's on Saturday, I think. FC are playing our boys.
So we'll run through the draw for the cup. But tell us about what happens with the challenge. So we've got the top of the Christchurch League.
Yes.
Who at the moment I think on the table is Horswell.
Horswell are they're the only
because
team.
The academy sides you can't.
Yes, so they're the only team that can challenge, but they must finish in the top two. They've got 4 games left.
So that's not including academy sides, though.
Yeah, so if they finish 1 and 2, the 2 academy sides, and Horswell finish 3rd, they can do it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the rule is you have to finish in the top.
So regardless if it's an academy side or not,
just means they can't go up.
So then they would normally play against a Dunedin side, or actually FD would play against the Dunedin
It's
side.
always FC because we're part of mainland, so they have to pay extra games. So if Hallsville,
How does that?
don't
Isn't Christchurch part of mainland?
except that's what I mean. So if Hallsville win and FC are already through, they'll play a home and away, and the winner of that will then play the Dunedin side.
Yeah.
Right. So run this past me again.
Right. So FC will play 2 legs against Hallsville.
Oh, they will. Yes.
Yep.
Right.
And then the winner
Yes,
of that
yes,
will
yes,
play
yes.
2 legs
Oh,
against.
because that's Southern League.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and then the winner of that will play the Dunedin
Yeah.
team.
Dunedin team.
Then the winner goes up.
Is the Dunedin game a one-off, or is that home and away? You would hope so.
We would like to propose a one-off game at a neutral venue, but
I did
we'll
ask the question. I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. If it's Nelson team and Dunedin team, it will be played in Christchurch.
Now, word on the street in Dunedin, who's the top side down there?
Northern Rovers have
The Northern Rovers.
been doing well with.
Now we're here on the gate.
Some
They
investment.
might not be too slouch.
Well, I looked at the league yesterday. I think they're 14 points clear
Right.
of the Royals reserves who play in the Southern League reserves. So, yeah, it looks like they've recruited well. Some would say.
Right. So Horswell won't be an easy game. And then you've got the Dunedin guys. So there's still a bit of a mountain to climb, isn't there?
massive mountain. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're lucky now, though. We can start preparing for it. We maybe the Canterbury side can't.
They have to
We're
keep
sort of-
playing. Yeah, 100%.
We've got some cup stuff which we'll talk about soon to
Yeah.
keep games under our belt. But yeah, we're treating it like sort of a 6-week preseason, starting last night. So getting fit and getting the tactics right.
What's the rule on recruiting? So you can recruit from anywhere in the club?
Not anymore. That's changed.
Has it?
Yeah.
Right.
They have to be registered for that team for this season.
Okay. So it pretty much has to be that team.
Yeah, which is great. We've been
Yeah.
able to sort of coerce some Karini boys over this year. So
Yes.
that's been massive. So we don't
Yeah, they've
get
been brilliant.
they've been fantastic.
very
Yeah.
good games I've watched.
All right. We'll wait with bated breath. See, there's still some football to come. I mean, Auckland United. So this is going to be still some tasty stuff. Now, before we start talking about other stuff, let's get a bit of background on you, Mark. So I kind of missed your career a bit. I must have been overseas. So when I came back, there was this Mark Johnston guy that played. And who's this guy? Quite a few coming through now. But so originally, where did it start for you?
Started with like the Ansell family with Nelson United. That was my
did
youth
you?
club.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
been born in Nelson City. That was my club and stuck with them. They were a National League team back then, so that was exciting to watch them play at Guppy,
Yeah.
and it was very, very cool atmosphere. And then I got to sort of 13 and ended up playing first division football for them, which was awesome. Back then there was no age restrictions.
So who was in that side then? Tell us a few names. Can you remember who was in that side?
Yeah,
I mean,
I can,
was
yeah.
Max still playing at the back?
Max still played. There's
Robbie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Braden Farbe.
Oh,
We somehow got Cunny. I don't know how Cunny.
Oh, yeah,
there,
right.
but he
Good
played for-
recruit. Good recruit.
Yeah, we had Mike White was sniffing around. He's a couple of years younger than me, but he was in and around that team. Yeah, so we were solid.
Yeah.
League champions, I think, for the year I played. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that?
Trevor Thompson came knocking with Nelson College and said, look,
Oh.
we'd love to have you there. And they were in the first division as well. There's this national tournament which will get you exposure and we think you're ready. This is when I was 13, 14. So looked at that. And at that time too, we were able to play for the Soccer Nelson team, which is effectively the Southern Premier League team now. So that wasn't affiliated to a club. So I was at Nelson College, but I could go play for George in the Federation 6 League team. So we'd play teams in Christchurch and Ashburton. So George brought me in there quite young. I was 15 when I made my debut against New Brighton.
Wow.
So yeah,
Right.
playing with some legends in that team too. We had like both Paul and John Bryden, Paul Brown.
Were you?
Braden
Right.
was playing. Butler, I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah, I
He was,
remember.
yeah,
Butler, yeah.
Yeah, played with him and against him.
Man, what a guy.
Yeah.
George Molnar as well. Was
Oh,
a
right.
team.
Good player,
There's so Marty Chandler, real good guy.
Geez, that's a good side.
It was a good side. just similar to me. We weren't the most amazing technical players, but we were gritty. We get stuck in and always honest in the way we played. So as a 15-year-old to come into that taught me a lot. And I was always already sort of cut from the same cloth. So
yeah.
easy to assimilate with the boys. And yeah, from then on, from I guess 2001, that was through to 2019 was the last game I played at Suburbs with the mainland team. So yeah,
right.
playing
So
a bit.
pretty much, so that's what I didn't realise. A lot of your football was based in Nelson.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So you didn't tend to go and play for any other clubs in other regions, or
Oh, a little bit. I played a season for Canterbury United when we didn't have a National League team.
Right. Yes,
with Keith Braithwaite, he brought me there and sort of flew me in and out. And that was awesome. That was probably the best season Canterbury had as far as league position, and then the playoff environments. That was good. And I spent 4 years in South Carolina at the University of Limestone. So
wow.
so
University of Limestone.
yeah, so that was awesome over there, like full-time environment. And then I was able to come back and play in the winter in the off season for Suburbs to sort of keep fit. So that was a winter period from May through to sort of August, which a lot of boys for Skip do now. So and then with Tasman as well, played a season with them with Darvel, which again was awesome. Probably the wrong stage in both Skip and my careers to play National League, but we gave it a nudge, and it was great times and be involved with.
So then you kind of, I guess when I first noticed you in the coaching arena was at the mighty Tahuna, and you notice they've slapped their mark on the wall. That was the first thing they did when they came in. They just slapped their logo up there,
like a dog pen on a lamppost. That what a club though. Yeah, that was some fun.
So and they were kind of rebuilding, you could say, because even when I played, Tahuna was a small club, but it was a strong club. They had a strong first division club. In fact, one time there was a mass exodus. I think it was from Richmond, and both the Bryden boys, and there was Lindsay Scott, Billy Scott's dad, and all these ex-National League players all playing for Tahuna First Division.
Yeah, I remember.
So we used to play against them. Always a battler. But then they kind of, I guess, struggled for a few years, and then they kind of rebuilt. There was a few that left, kind of FC United, and then they were mainly second division, but then they started forming the structure of a first division side, and then there you were. You're on the sideline coaching Tahuna, which I thought was fantastic because it just took them to that next level. So tell us about that, getting involved with them.
Yeah, I was the very first season with Tasman. I was club captain and got injured quite badly in pre-season. Did my ankle ligaments and needed surgery. And I was just looking for something to do. I couldn't obviously play for Suburbs at that time. And National League was off the cards. So Beige from the Mighty Tahuna, who I knew, just hit me up, and it was pre-season for them. They had a coach, but it had fallen through. So he said, look, just come and take a few sessions, see how you like it. So on crutches and a moon boot, off I went. And you just feel like those guys needed just a little bit of a lift. There was heaps of potential there with the location and some of the players they had, but just getting a bit more organised, and end up doing that for a couple of years. And great experience, because I'm used to coaching teams where you've got rec players that can all play and just do what you tell them to do. But this is like, meant to juggle your formation. You're getting, guys have got work, or, wife to pregnant.
That's the big one.
Knows about all this, obviously. But, so for me as a coach, it was cool to be in that environment, not so much like I was at the Falcons, where it was all sort of very controlled, or with the rep environment, to have a men's team with men's stuff going on. And not the top team. We were always mid-table. We thought we'd give Suburbs and Rangers a go, but it was like hope for a draw sort of thing. 4-4-2 diamond and see how we go.
But you were competitive, and still today, that's carried on.
It has,
since that time. And we'll talk about it more with the wrap up of the season, but they're pretty wrapped with this season. They would be. So then the next observation for me was actually a coaching role. Now, was it Tasman United or was it the Falcons?
It was the Falcons. Yeah, I was. Double brought me in the first season as an overage player and the captain. So did that season. He asked me again, and I was like, I'd actually gone to play rugby. I was like, mate, I want a break from football. I don't want to play over the summer. But what I can do is I can help you out with some coaching. So he got me in as assistant coach with him. And that was the year Skip played. And we were an unbelievable side. We made the grand final at Trafalgar Park. We got a team that I don't think had lost a game in 4 years. Is that right?
Yeah.
So who was that against? Remind me.
Auckland.
It was Auckland, because I had to actually MC that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And young Ross McPhee from Nelson.
Oh, right.
Scored 2 goals for Auckland City.
Yes, that's right.
And
Yeah.
the Perth Glory keeper now, he was their goalkeeper. Like, there's a lot of good guys out of that team.
Yeah.
Chris Sorosich was their coach,
Yeah.
and like you're thinking, man, this is a full-time
That
outfit.
was some setup. Yeah.
And the whole structure, like, I just turned up. Oh, can you come and fill in? And I'll come in. And there was this whole structure, here's the paperwork. So I had to go through all the paper, and there was a whole structure of how it would be, how the teams are going to be led out.
Yeah.
And, so to have a final at Trafalgar Park, that was fantastic,
It was
wasn't
awesome.
it?
Yeah, such a great occasion. There's so many great occasions with the Falcons at Trafalgar Park.
Yeah,
Like
it
the
was
first
brilliant.
game we're talking about off air, and then the next year when I took over the role from Darvel, he had enough of being the head coach. I took on that head coach role, and yours truly helped me out as the assistant. We managed to do one better, which was awesome.
We won it. Yeah.
We won it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What year was that?
2014 was it?
Your memory's better than mine.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. So
I mean, that's pretty good effort,
it
isn't
was
it?
awesome. And then
Yeah.
the year after that, Nelson College Darvel, they won the national
They won the
title.
national,
And then
right.
we're into Tasman United years. So it was like we were producing players, we were winning on a national level.
Yeah.
Nelson Suburbs were very strong too back then. Darvel had coached the first team. We got a second place by a point, and
Yep.
we were always in and around that.
Good numbers then.
Yeah.
Some really good numbers around.
So yeah, very, very exciting times in the region.
And who was your physio kind of assistant? Who played the back?
Oh yeah, we had Matt Aloff as
Yeah,
well.
Matt Aloff,
Yeah,
yes.
Strength and
I love-
conditioning coach.
Yeah. He's great.
He was a good player, good
Yeah.
centre back, wasn't he?
Great player. You play him up front, he'd get you a goal. And
Yeah,
back,
right.
And a back flip to boot.
Boys didn't like when he turned up though, because they knew they were going to do some work. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what it's about, though, isn't it?
It is. So yeah, real amazing times.
Yeah, it was
that
good
was
fun.
before Skip and I were fathers, and
Yeah.
so we
It's all
could
changed now.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, because in more recent years we haven't so much seen you in the coaching box. But so that's basically your family. You also work for Scott Construction.
I
That
do,
must
yeah,
be a
yeah.
busy job.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah. We're just recent shareholders too, so it's changed it again.
Oh, is that
So,
right?
yeah,
Wow.
she's a big old job and two
Yeah.
young kids. The life doesn't get any simpler.
No, because football does take a big effort, and especially if you're coaching a team, it's not just at the park turn up and away you go, isn't it?
It's not. I mean, I'd hate to think Skip can tell you what your hourly rate would be if you work it out. You're
Yeah.
working hundreds of hours a week, and yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to put those hours in. There's no substitute for
Yeah.
it, and I knew that I didn't have that time, unfortunately.
So you kind of, flirt a little bit with playing, and I think you stood in a couple of times, you and Goffey, and back at Suburbs, and then seen you on the park for FC. But this year, perhaps you and Goffey a bit more consistent. Goffey, an ex-United man as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's that sort of old United brigade coming back in to help out. Was that Davor just getting on the phone and saying, "Look, I need some solidity at the back"?
Yeah, he's got myself, Goffey, and there's one guy that's even older than me, so he's a bit of a dinosaur, Alberto.
He's brilliant.
A Spanish guy. He looked
Lovely
like he's
guy.
about 21.
Yeah.
But yeah, he needed those type of players. He's got amazing talent. We've got the Karini Chin Academy boys and then Nelson College guys, but he needed a bit of a bridge. So yeah, us three experienced boys brought in to do a job, and he's been hard on us. We've got to train, we've got to play. We can't just pick and choose and go to Bali for the weekend.
So he's asked you to commit.
Yeah, and we have, and touch wood, the body's held up. So,
Yeah.
Might be something said about training. Who knows?
Oh, well, look, and it's still all to do because playoffs coming not too far away. Okay, some quick fires. Favorite moment as a player?
Probably similar to Skip last weekend playing for Nelson Suburbs. We beat Western Suburbs in the Chatham Cup quarterfinal at home, 2-1 in extra time.
Yep.
So massive sort of similarities between those two games.
Yeah, right.
The guy Hamish, I forget his last name, scored almost last kick of the game in extra time on a wet day, and that got us to the semis. And I was a bit like Hoggy. Unfortunately, I had to leave to go back to the US for uni and miss the semi. But for me, that's about as good as it gets, winning for your local club in front of your fans.
What about as a coach?
It would have to be what Skip and I did at the Falcons, winning that title. No one saw that coming. You're competing against, Waitakere, Auckland City, Team Wellington.
Yeah, we had such a young side as well. Like, people didn't realise how young some of our boys were.
Yeah.
We were lucky to have the likes of Matty Todd Smith and that, who were about that age, but we had some really young lads in there as well that just played above their years, to be honest. And we put a
Matty goes on to captain Christchurch and gets the winning penalty at Chatham Cup.
We had talent.
Even Callan Elliott was a squad player back then around the squad. Like there's some good players.
Marcelo, who plays centre back for us, couldn't get he was around in the wider squad, and we just had such a good group, really good group.
Birdie Fish, you could go on, couldn't you, mate?
We trained everywhere.
We had Big Coey in goal as well as our average player, which really made a difference.
We had to train everywhere. We got moved around a bit. We were at Guppy one week, we were at Trafalgar one week, we were out at Jubilee one week. We got moved around, and it was just a great season. It really was, really good. And the boys got their chocolates at the end.
You bumped into Matty Todd Smith over Christmas period. He said, "John, I've actually been stealing some of you and Skippy's coaching sessions from the Falcons. I've been regurgitating." I'm like, "Mate, it's 10 years on. I don't know if
they're like that anymore." It was
moved on,
it was brilliant fun though, and it was, as I said, it was just a great group of players and staff, and the people that helped, the likes of Phil Thompson, Stu Reid, Michio. We just had a real good group of people around it, which was awesome.
All right. Have you always mainly played defence?
I started at Suburbs as a bloody right winger. Scored in my first game, and then back to right back. In the US, more of a centre back, and then
a few times.
Played six a little bit as well. But it's more just a Mark Aaron Clapham situation. But I've probably played a couple of seasons in midfield. But more comfortable as a centre back as far the time's marched on.
So on that then, because it leads to the next question: toughest player you've ever had to play against?
There's a couple. There's one in the US, a guy Roger Espinosa, who played. He ended up playing for Wigan in the Premier League.
Oh wow!
Actually won the FA Cup. Played in the World Cup for Honduras. So he was a left-sided player, and I always got put it right back to deal with him, and it was always a tough day. No
it
doubt.
was.
And then in New Zealand, I faced Roy Krishna when he was young.
Oh, wow.
At Waitakere.
He was rapid.
He was in his early 20s. He was a handful. And not only could he play, he was a bit nasty too, which I like, that side of the game. That's bring it on. But he had it all, man. It was a tough day against him.
He played in that the World Cup qualifiers, didn't he? He was still playing for one of the island teams.
Yeah, still at Fiji.
Still for Fiji. Yeah.
Still there.
Jeez.
And good guy off the field. Really nice, well-spoken dude.
I got to spend some time with him actually in Fiji. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah, right. Good stuff. All right. And so post-game, so pre-game and post-game meal.
Pre-game meal, I've started this fasting. I'm a new age guy now, so not much before a game.
No, I don't think I ever used to.
I'll have a banana. Even when I was playing with Skip, it might be a meal maybe 3 hours before kickoff, something very light, like ham and cheese sandwich.
You remember the soup days?
The soup at Stroudy's, yeah.
We used to go for soup before a game, like literally an hour before we warmed up.
It was a bit much, wasn't it?
It was, and it was freezing cold in Christchurch, so it was so good. And you get loads of rolls, and then we'd all be doing the warm up, going, "Oh, geez,
it was with Alan Stroud, wasn't it? Stroudy at O'Shea's pub, and it's like I can see there's a backhander here, but this ain't ideal for the players. But it was good.
But it was good. But it was.
It's like when you're really starving and you do a sneaky pie, at the petrol station on the way, and then you pay for it.
We could you burping it. Warm up,
that's right.
Yeah, you can taste it definitely when you're in the rondo. And post-match, my wife's from Mexico, so I love a good Mexican meal, whether that's tacos or burritos or something similar. So
nice. Anything really, isn't it? After a game,
get it in.
Hey, that's good background, mate, and great to have you here. But you're going to stick around with us because we've got some serious stuff to go through here. We're going to get some predictions as well from you. The Women's League results from the weekend, and Sasha will be saying, "Don't you say it." It was 3-3. It wasn't a loss, Sasha. It was 3-3 with Nelson Suburbs Development side. So they must be pretty happy with that, drawing with the Foxes.
Yeah, girls are buzzing. Yeah, mate, it's a great result for them against a good, strong Foxes.
Yeah. So it was close, but it's not a loss.
No.
Richmond 9-1 against that's the Swans against Wakefield, and that was on the cards, but Wakefield getting on the scoreboard again. So that's twice in a row that they've actually put one in the back of the net. So that's great. But then the rest of the matches, the league's really tight at the moment. We've got Golden Bay Shield Maidens 1-0 over the Tahuna Breakers. And that was reversed because Tahuna now get them that was on their home turf, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Golden Bay Shield Maiden's doing pretty well. The Diamonds just going down to Motueka Angels. Great for Motueka.
Good. Yeah.
Another one for them, 2-1. And then Mapua Cougars having the draw. So the fixtures for this weekend, the Golden Shield Maidens having the bye. So here we go. The development squad versus Tahuna Breakers. This is at Saxton Field. What do you reckon, Mark?
So was it who was playing, sir?
The Suburbs development side.
The development team all day. I've seen them play here. Love
They're
that
doing
break.
all right. Tahuna Breakers strong side, but they've actually been doing well, the development side. The Swans now, is this a default?
Looks like it.
There's a result already.
Yeah.
The Foxes 3-0 over the Swans. So
Yep.
they've decided they're
Didn't
not
punt
going to.
it.
Yeah. Mapua Cougars versus the Motueka Angels. That's at the Mapua Domain.
Yeah, Mapua.
They're going to be too strong. Wakefield Ladies taking on the Diamonds. That's at the Wakefield Domain. And Motueka Angels got the win just. So it's going to be quite close, that one, I think.
Yeah, I'll take a draw.
He does this when he can't make up his mind.
Draw.
Luxembourg.
Exactly. Draw.
There we go. Okay, the men's league, the results, well, we know this. FC Nelson 2-1 over Rangers and league champions. The Richmond first 5-2 over the Karenni side. What a great
result,
last
yeah.
game for Richmond, because, yeah, they have been struggling. Young side.
Awesome.
Dave Fenimore said a great bunch of guys, but they have been struggling. But to get that against Karenni,
That's a fantastic result. Yeah,
that's a good result for them.
we only managed to beat them 1-0 at home the week
Yeah,
before
that's
that.
right. That's right.
I must say, Zach Muir has still got it.
He's unreal.
Have a
Yeah,
word to him, Ryan.
yeah, we've spoke to him twice.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah,
He's holding them together. And there's always a goal threat at that level.
Yeah.
There's always mistakes. So good on them.
And then check this out. Reserves 2-2 with the under-18. So what, did they mix it?
no, Geezer was up for this one, mate. He was
pumped, was he?
To be fair, unfortunately,
Did you pinch all their players again?
pretty much, yeah. We have to manage players now because
Does
of
it?
the semi-final, and
Yeah.
people are on cards and people are carrying injuries. So unfortunately, Phil gets absolutely pillaged. But great for the under-18s. They've been brilliant the last 3 weeks since we had a meeting with them and their development. And yeah, they've gone out and played, and now not worried about the result. That's showing because they're starting to score goals, which is fantastic. So
Yeah.
that was a great result.
Kudos to those guys. We've played them twice. The second time we played them, I think you brought in Nick Van Haddam and Patrick Keys, and
Yeah.
it just needed that. That was the only thing that was missing, just a couple of steady heads, and it just changed the whole outcome of the game, which is cool.
Okay, well, so that's the season done. Congratulations to everyone this season. And obviously, Rangers getting second place, Tahuna getting third.
Yeah,
So
I wanted to mention that. Well,
what a great season for
Yes,
them.
awesome season.
Yeah.
Awesome season
and
for the boys.
they drew with us, which just shows the level they got to. So yeah, good on them. Well done.
And then that's how it ended up. So what, reserves fourth, Karenni, not quite the season, but given their dues, Dovell did have a word to a few of them that last year did play in that Karenni side, and
We're
saying,
cleaning house.
"Oi,
Yeah.
you're coming into my side for the season." Followed by Richmond, and then Nelson Suburbs under 18s, which was really an experience for them. The Price Charity Cup, so it moves into cups, and I do apologise to the rest of the leagues. We haven't got 2 hours, unfortunately. I can't mention all the cup games. As it whittles down, we will. So when we get to semis and finals, but for the first division, Sprig and Fern Tahuna taking on FC Nelson Karenni, that's at Tahuna.
Good game that'll be.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard, but there's been some car vandalism
Oh,
on
yeah.
the pitch
I was
last
gonna-
week as well.
I was going to say, I don't know where that's going to be played.
Yeah,
it won't be
sounds
there.
like it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
They've done some real
Didn't-
damage to that.
So Saxon had the same. didn't
Same night, both pitches.
Same
done.
night,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So just some yobbos going on a rampage.
Yep.
Good on you.
We will find you.
We know where you
Oh,
live.
they will.
We'll find
There'll
you.
be a camera somewhere, and they'll get done.
We've got one in our club rooms. We'll
Yeah.
find you.
It's all fun and games until the cops turn up the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Richmond first taking on Nelson Suburbs under 18s at Jubilee Park. Another quite good game this
I
actually.
think that'll be a really good game. I think 2 young sides.
Yeah.
I think bit of cup football. I think that'll be a good one to watch. Geezer will be up for that one. And yeah, good luck to both teams because I think it will be a good game. 2 young teams.
Actually, we didn't even pick anything. So Tahuna and Karenni.
I
I think Tahuna, like Skip, sort of.
At home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richmond and under 18s. Geezer's watching.
It could be Geezer's first one. I'm going to give it to
Geezer's.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Geezer. Yeah.
Jeez. Pretty
Yeah.
cool. I think because you see more of them.
Yeah, no.
And then you're going to walk out the door and
Yeah.
Daryl Fenning will be standing.
Depends if he's playing. And then Fenning, I said, good luck at the weekend, mate. No, it'll be a good game, though. But yeah, I think it'll be tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, Richmond coming off a really good win, so they'll be on a high as well.
So this will be a good game too. It is at Guppy Park. It's FC Nelson First taking on the reserves. And where are you? You're away, aren't you?
We're home.
You're home.
Yeah.
Right. So they might have a few good. Skippy might not have wrenched half their side out.
We have seen it before, yeah, so we'll wait and see. But no, to be honest, to that reserve team, they probably haven't got the results that their season deserves. We've played them twice.
Because they're not a bad side.
I think Jono touched on it. I think it's unfortunately they don't have those senior players that just sometimes you need. And I've been a young player on a side with older players, and it does make a huge difference. And unfortunately, for that reserve team, I always say to people, I still think it's the hardest job in football here because again, you don't know what you have. It's young. 1 week you're doing really well, next week you've lost 5 players. So it is a tough job.
Not looking at anyone.
No, exactly. Yeah, but I coached it one season as well. Yeah, but again, and Phil and Andy have done a terrific job this year with the team, and probably, as John said, probably haven't got the results that they wanted, and probably thought they should get. So another learning curve for them. And again, I know 4 or 5 of them are moving on to university, so we wish them all the best. And yeah,
well, it's still a chance to get some silverware, isn't it? So, and often the cup results go unexpected sometimes. So, you might get a couple of these teams going through and getting some goods. I think that's happened last year. There was a couple of teams that won the cup that was against the league form. Okay, so let's look at Southern League women results in Otago University. 2-0 over Coastal. Horswell going down 5-0 to Rosalind Wakari. Kashmir had the bye. Dunedin City Royals 2-0 over University of Canterbury. And check this out, Nelson Suburbs 3-0 against NW United. What a great result.
Yeah, great result.
Especially bouncing back from the week before.
Yeah, brilliant result on the road for the girls. And yeah, they were made up. I've seen them at training last night, and a lot of confidence there after, I think they had a bit of a disorganized morning with some girls missing the flight, and then they get on a second flight. But fair play to them, they went down and did the business and got a great result. So well done to Dave and Joe and the girls. Yeah.
Where would you rate that regional league in New Zealand, like the Southern League women's? Is it on par with Central League and the Northern? Is it?
It
seems a good league. I look at
it's good league. I think it's very young. I think it's a young league. I think if you took if the likes of Coastal and Tech came out, and I'd say the Royals are probably the strongest. They're pretty much a rep side. I think you take them out of it, it is very competitive. Those teams in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, it is very, very competitive. And we've got a very young side, and they've really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, it's brilliant. They've been in it now. It's 2 years, 3 years, 3rd year in the league. So they're really enjoying it.
It just gives them a chance to play at that slightly higher level, and you never know, 1 or 2 might be seen. And
5 got selected for the Pride. Canterbury Pride youth team, so congratulations to all them. They know who they are, and yeah, they're going to go down and train and play for them in the National Youth League, which is fantastic.
Good stuff. All right, the lineup for this weekend, we've got Rosalind Wakari against NW United. That's on the football turf. Be close on that one.
Home side.
Never nice to go down to.
I was going to say home side, mate.
Yeah, home side, Rosalind.
Definitely.
Horse will have the bye. Nelson Suburbs against Dunedin City Royals. It is at home, but Dunedin City, they're set the mark, haven't they?
Yeah. Southern United, isn't it? Really,
that is the National League side, pretty much. Brilliant team and well coached, and they've been powerhouse this year.
That's on Saturday. Make sure you get down there 12:30 at Saxon Field to cheer on the girls. Universities of Canterbury taking on Otago University. That is at home at English Park.
Otago Uni have been going well all year. Yeah, that'll be a good game. Battle of the universities. I'm going to pick the home team.
Canterbury.
Yeah,
I'll pick Otago because I think you're right. They've been very strong this year. Coastal Spirit versus Kashmir Tech.
Tough game. Yeah.
Has Coastal had the edge in the last few seasons? It kind of feels like
sort of starting to move back that way. Yeah, 100%.
But like the men's game, isn't it? Really, it's sort of tides are turning a bit.
I'm gonna go draw.
A draw. Put your life on the
That's
line.
got draw it all over it. It's 2-2.
2-2. There you go. All right. Okay, Southern League men results, and there we go. Dunedin City Royals and Ferrymead Bay's 2-2. And Dunedin, Ferrymead have been pulling out some good results, and Dunedin City perhaps not the team that they were last year, not quite getting the results that they wanted. Kashmir Tech 3-0 over Nelson Suburbs, and back down to earth, isn't it?
Tough day at the office.
The heights of the Chatham Cup win. So tell us about that game, Skip. What did you find? And we talked about the fact that how do you retain that level? And and you got to jump back on the horse. It then goes back to normal football, and then you got to go up against a very strong Kashmir Tech side.
Yeah, 100% agree. Yeah. And we give the boys the night off on Tuesday. We had some sore bodies after the weekend, and sort of few players needed a rest. Lennon missed his first game of football. It's the first time he's ever missed a minute for us in the whole season. But he needed a rest. I could see he needed a rest. So again, Marcel O'Reilly was the same. Needed a break and give us the opportunity to give some young boys an opportunity to play, which was fantastic. And the boys, we actually played really, really well. I think the timings of the goals killed us. We started really well and maybe should have scored. Brock Cotton had a really good chance in the sort of first 5 minutes, and he was doing really well and causing the left back absolute nightmares. And then unfortunately he got absolutely smashed at halfway by Garves and went off injured with a suspected broken collarbone. But he's all
playing this weekend.
Well,
can you confirm that?
Yeah, he's not there. But doctor appointment today. But yeah, and they scored just after that, and we sort of got back in the game, and then a kid's hit one from about 30 yards, and I think it was Vickers or one of the boys has stuck their leg out. It's hit his leg. Corey's gone that way and the ball's gone that way. There's nothing he can do. He's watched it go in the corner, and then that was just before half time, and I think it took a bit of wind out of our sails. And we just said to the boys, made a couple of subs, brought young Jay Anderson on, young Sammy from Boys College came on for his debut in the SPL, and
congratulations, Sam.
Yeah, and he did well and ran around, and we actually caused him a bit of problem. And then the counter attack and the quality, Garves has had a ball through to Lyle, and he's took it well, and you're 3-0 down. And
I guess it's no accident that pitch is the dimensions it is.
Of course, they've got pace. They've got pace for fun, and their front three is absolutely pudding. So
you need a lot of things to go right to beat them. And Skip and I have on one hand, I think, the amount of times we've gone down there and beat them.
Yeah, it's a tough place, but the boys did well, and again, I was really happy with the way they played. We didn't just go in and sat in; we still went for it and played some really good football at times. And I think the commentator my wife was watching it says there was only one side playing football, but we lost 3-0, so it doesn't really matter. But
Christchurch United 5-1 over University of Canterbury. So just obviously setting the standard there, Christchurch United, and then Wanaka 6-1 over Selwyn. Selwyn had actually had a couple of more recent good results. But Wanaka, geez, and that was away too. That was
Selwyn were 1-0 up.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll be feeling a bit down. And then Coastal Spirit comfortable 4-1 over Nomads. That statement.
Nomads got a man sent off.
Oh, right.
The captain got sent off after 20 minutes, and he got sent off and they equalised straight away. And I was like, oh, they're up for this. And then the Coastal used the extra man very well, and it was one-way traffic after that.
The fixtures for this weekend. University of Canterbury are taking on Selwyn at English Park. So, geez, that's going to be quite close, isn't it?
That's a big game, because if they win, they go above them.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Selwyn win that just because they play on turf. Is that going to be the tiebreaker here?
Yeah, but they both play on turf because that's where Canterbury play.
Is that their home ground park as well?
Yeah.
They're playing at the uni ground.
It was brilliant.
Yeah,
it was not bad. No, they don't use it anymore.
But it's a shame.
Yeah. But that'll be a big game. Huge game. Really strange kickoff time.
Yeah, 11:30. Don't know what that's all about.
Yep.
It's week, is it?
I was going to say there's something on in the afternoon. Looks like it.
Okay, so I haven't heard of a pick yet.
I'm going to go Selwyn personally. I think
Selwyn?
I've just realised why that's that time, because they're hosting the girls after.
Right.
That's why it's 11:30. It's a double header. Yeah, I'm going Selwyn as well.
Mm-hmm. Christchurch United, Dunedin City Royals. So you'd probably say last year, this would be the clash of the Titans, but Dunedin City haven't quite fired the same as last year. Christchurch United just really setting the standard this year, aren't they?
Not beating them at home.
No.
Nope. Yep.
Nomads United and Wanaka at Tulip Park. Well, Wanaka coming off a 6-1 win.
I suppose if Nomads try and play football against them, it could be a bit more even. But if they play a bit more direct, then it could be a harder day for Wanaka. But I just look at that Wanaka team and that coach and think, yeah, they could win any game they feel like it. It almost feels like.
Yeah, and they have. They've had
Yeah.
some good
Yeah, they've
results.
had some really
They
good
beat
results.
Heck.
Yeah.
You know, they're solid. So personally, I think it'll be Wanaka.
I'll go Nomads.
Nomads
Nice,
at home.
mate. Yeah.
Ferrymead Base and Kashmir Tech. Ferrymead actually having some good results in the last few weeks, but Kashmir Tech finding some late season form.
Yeah, going into those late rounds in National League, I think Cash Tech are going to be too strong. I think they're firing on all cylinders. They've got everyone back, and yeah, I think they'll be too much for Base.
Doesn't get any easier, Skip. Sunday, 12:30 kickoff at Saxon Field. Make sure you come down and support the boys, taking on your old club,
Yep.
Coastal Spirit.
Yep.
Any inside knowledge? Do you know how to upset them on their travel
yeah.
plans? And,
Yeah, at our stage, again, as you know, we're sort of out of the race now for the top two, and again, we've got a big focus on the Chatham Cup semi-final. But again, we don't want to be. We're still undefeated at home. That's something we want to keep, and yeah, we want to be the party poopers. Unfortunately, we did it to Christchurch United last year and ruined their season. So yeah, we want to do the same on Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Make sure you're up for it. And will you have a pretty much full squad again, or
No,
you're not? So you're going to have a few out. Okay.
Yep, unfortunately.
All right. And just a reminder, the Chatham Cup semi-finals are on 17th Saturday. Is that right? Is it going to be a Saturday?
It is.
And I think they're going to line. Neil was saying it's going to line up a double header. They're going to have the women
first and then the women. Yeah.
and then the women.
Yeah. So 2 p.m. kickoff. I think we've agreed on. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a give a little.
Yep. Still on there. Thank Mark Johnston. First donation.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Really?
Good lad.
stuff.
Thank you.
So is that building a momentum?
Yeah. Well, I can fill you in. The public club won't be happy, but $18,500.
Oh,
congratulations,
fantastic.
mate.
No, that's what we've had to pay.
Oh,
To go. Yeah. To go, Chris. Yeah.
You've made 18.
Yeah. We haven't raised it. Yeah. No.
this is be,
No.
you'll be able
We
to fly
have-
first class.
No, we
Oh,
are.
no, right.
Our bill is 18,500
Jeez.
to get the boys up for the game.
Yeah.
So it's a big push from the club and people around us and sponsors, which has been fantastic. And to give us the opportunity to do it. New Zealand football will come to the party, but it won't be to after the competition. But we're trying to rally around and
All
get
right.
as much.
So-
Thanks to the people that have donated. I really appreciate it.
A once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's a chance for Nelson to make history. So please dig deep, give a little page, or get in touch with Nelson Suburbs, and just a little bit will help, and it'll all add up to.
Oh, and a shout out to Stan from the Turf who donated $500 as well.
Oh,
on there as well.
fantastic. Gee.
Thank you, Stan. Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. Eastern Suburbs are taking on Wellington Olympics. So we'll talk more about that next week. Just another reminder, the Soccer Ashes tickets on sale. Game 1 in Canberra, of all places, 5th of September. And then 9th of September in Auckland. And no idea what the sides will be like, whether they'll be stacked or whether it will just be two development squads. But it's always a great battle against the Aussies. And it's always closer than you think. Aussie normally has a stronger side, but New Zealand actually usually puts up a pretty good fight against I think it's a great concept.
I think it's brilliant. Yeah.
Because of that rivalry that we have, we attract good crowds. I could imagine Auckland Go Media Stadium would be pretty packed, I'd say, for that game.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I suppose, if those European clubs decide
they're
to
allowed
let
to come
players
back,
go back,
yeah,
then,
that's the
then
thing.
it's an even game. It's all on. But
Yeah, that's right.
if it's A-League and local players, it gets a bit tougher.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, in the headlines, and you called this, I think, last year, in actual fact, Skippy.
Worst kept secret in football, mate. To be honest.
Bev Friesman has been appointed as the new head coach of Wellington Phoenix Women on a 2-year deal. And you'd have to say a good move, even though a bit of controversy with being able to fly a drone.
Don't think she was flying it, mate.
Yeah, well, that's right. Has she got a pilot's license, or how did she go about that?
Brilliant coach. Absolutely fantastic for
yeah.
Phoenix to have her quality in and around the club. And yeah, hopefully she's here now for long term, not just for the Phoenix, but hopefully for New Zealand down the track. Yeah.
And good on her, she had to face some music. She knew she would have to come out and face that, but she's had time to reflect, and she's done her time, and she's come up and answered the questions, and you can see she just wants to get through this part and then get stuck into it. And
Yeah.
we're just bloody lucky, aren't we?
You're so lucky. That's an international caliber coach, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean,
fantastic.
she assisted the English side,
Her
didn't she?
CV's incredible.
And then she went through
Yeah.
and
through
took Canada
Canada,
the
yeah.
gold. Yeah.
She did a lot of her coach education here before she left.
Right.
Yeah. So great to have her. I think the Phoenix are very, very lucky to have her on board.
All right. Well, we'll have to get her on, Skip. If you got any inside knowledge, we'll
She's at the Phoenix. Surely we can
make
ring
a phone
someone.
call.
We'll ring someone.
make a phone call. The other big transfer news is Heung-min Son off to LAFC. And it's a record transfer. It's 27 million. Is that New Zealand dollars or US? But it's 20 million pounds. Did we see this coming? I mean, is he past his best? He's been there a while. He's an amazing player. Didn't have it. I mean, obviously Tottenham didn't have a great season, nor did he. Did he not quite fit in the way he used to into the lineup? Yeah, we didn't really see him in his element, which we have. Maybe that's because he was playing alongside, Harry Kane. I don't know.
Yeah, for me, like Man United supporter would have him in a heartbeat still. So for a club like Tottenham to let him go, they must know something. There must be some medical stuff going on potentially, or they're seeing some of his outputs aren't what they used to be.
he has been injured a lot more recently. And last season he didn't play a lot with Podge because he was injured. But yeah, that's him probably just getting a payday before he hangs up the boots.
32. So I mean,
he's
that's
fit.
not,
Like he's in his prime. He was
yeah.
he was one of the fittest, played every game. So maybe there
It's
is
a strange one, and he's never the type of player that would have fallen out with his
No
with the
chance.
manager
Yeah,
or the
100%,
players.
yeah.
He's the best guy you could ever imagine.
big money move.
Yeah,
Could do.
Got to be.
And he'll still have to play some pretty good football in the American League,
yeah,
won't he?
yeah.
So
got better
maybe
and
he's
better.
thinking, well, good lifestyle. I'll get a paycheck plus, I can still play some pretty good football.
But you've always seen it in the past. These players make the move to America, and then that season finishes, and then they go on loan to European clubs for about 6 months, and then they go back.
Yeah,
So it's always an option for him. So
like Landon Donovan and Beckham and guys like that.
they all did it. Yeah,
Yeah,
they all
yeah.
did it. Yeah, they all did it. So
And he won't have to play 60, 80 games. It'll be the 30-game season,
Yeah.
which is much more preferable.
Yeah.
So yeah, good luck to him.
Good stuff. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming in, Matt. It's great to have you in here finally.
Sweet. No,
Um,
happy to be here, guys.
There's still some names out there. Goffey.
Yeah,
George.
Yeah.
Caulfield tried to sell us a house if he comes on.
Oh, is that what he's doing
in
now? Is he?
Harcourts now. Yeah, busy man.
Yeah.
Oh, is he with Mahako?
Yeah, he's doing well.
I didn't pick that.
Doing well as well.
Got a
Real
new,
estate.
new haircut to boot as
He
well.
does. He's got a proper haircut. Yeah. It's not a Johnny
Good
Goff
on him.
one. Yeah. No, it's good. He's doing really, really well, which is
Risdale, he's
Riddle's kicking around in that game.
he's in that
Yeah.
game too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
yeah, they're all at it.
Yeah, well done. So, we have to get him in as well. So
Mm-hmm.
there's still a few names. There's still a few podcasts to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, thanks very much for coming in. Great to hear about your background. Also, congratulations on the win. Pass our best wishes on to the FC team, and good luck
Brilliant.
Thank you.
with
Brilliant result.
and actually we still haven't had Bridie, and we need to get Bridie in.
Yeah.
I did see a picture of him enjoying a nice beer after his game at the Roots Bar in Golden
Oh,
Bay.
yeah,
they
in
had
Golden
a swag
Bay.
game. Yep.
Oh, nice.
So-
Yeah.
Be part of the furniture in Golden Bay. It'd be bizarre.
Yeah, but
good
his
to go.
career around, he's not allowed past the turf. This is outside his boundary.
right.
Otherwise, he'd normally do the rotate. But
Yeah.
sometimes we can get him if
when he's
if
off.
he sneaks in. So,
Oh, cool. Now
so we'll have to get him in. But yeah, thanks for coming in. Good luck for the rest of the cup rounds and the season. And all the best. And lots happening at Scott Construction, I'd have to say as well. Big news with taking over Morrison Square and all those things. So
100%, yeah.
very exciting times
Yeah,
ahead.
no,
with that.
it's great. Business is going really well, and
Yeah.
trying to get some heartbeat back in at Nelson City. So
Yeah, well,
My wife does have an idea for this.
Okay,
She told
cool.
me to
Yeah, I'll
pass
give
it
you my
on.
email, mate.
Where Morrison Square, she thinks that should be a seating area where DJ is, and then all the pubs and restaurants should be around the middle.
Garden bar, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Just giving it.
Yeah,
That's
no,
Chelsea-
thanks, mate.
Chelsea
Noted.
East mate. Yeah, write that down.
I'm writing that down, actually.
Well
Oh,
done.
and actually, another footballer who used to play for FC, Luke Benton,
Yeah, yeah.
was he used to play on our side at Brighton, so he's at Scott's as well, and he's
yeah,
been
yeah.
there with his sketch pad and
He has been, yeah. He's
Yeah.
been crunching the numbers on that one. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no,
Brilliant.
there's big plans in place there. So
Awesome.
just keep an ear to the ground. You'll be hearing about some exciting stuff soon.
Great stuff.
And finally, just good luck to Suburbs and Skip with the big game, mate.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Like I said, I hope you get yourself on the bench somehow in a wee cameo. Would be what I'd be hoping to see.
Minute to go.
Minute to go.
1-1 scores the
Outside
winner.
of the right boot.
No, 1 minute to go, bring someone down and concede a penalty, probably. To be fair.
But massive opportunity, like you guys obviously have shown that you can win that game. Your side's set up, so I'm excited to see how that goes.
The boys are buzzing, and the thing for us is to for our club and for the group, but also just the region. To be able to put Nelson side in the final would be huge, and hopefully put us back on the map for football.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Skip. Good luck on the weekend too against Coastal. That's it for this week. Our local comps are heating up with cup games. We've still got the Chatham Cup alive, Southern League, and also the rest of the cup game seasons to go. Huge thanks to Stan and the team. Don't forget to check out their Facebook page for everything that's happening on the weekend. You can catch this and others on Spotify, YouTube, our MBS Talk Nelson website, and MBS Talk Nelson digital radio. And don't forget, if you would like to come along and talk about your club, please do get in touch. And also, if you want to sponsor, we'd be pleased to hear from you. That's it for this week. Catch you next week for another episode of Football Focus.
Talk Nelson Radio. It's the Talk of Nelson.